Hi everyone, welcome to my 31-week pregnancy vlog. We are in hotel quarantine. It is day 10. We have 4 days left. And you know what? It's been going really well. I have surprised myself. We are enjoying ourselves. I think a lot of that has to do with having a very strict schedule. I am not a scheduler. I do not do routines. That has never been my way. But in quarantine, I felt like for the sanity of the kids and for us, we should have a routine. So a typical day in quarantine looks like this. We wake up, we do breakfast. The kids get to have iPad time for 1 hour. And during that time, I go and do my workout. I've been working out 1 hour every day. I'll get to that a little bit later. And then we do schoolwork, activities, board games, artwork, playing, quiet time, whatever it is. And I think that's the key. It has been really sort of scheduling in between device times because they're always going to want to be on a device. And I knew that we could just get into a bad habit of just allowing them to have the iPads and the TV so that we could have some time. So now with them knowing exactly their strict times during the day, they only get an hour at a time and they get an hour every 3 hours before bed. So in between times, the device time, they usually do Minecraft. They're all three boys are playing Minecraft together, which is really quite sweet. And then in between, we do so many fun different activities, and it's just we're connecting and laughing and having wrestling games, and Poet's helping me with doing a bunch of the housework. So I've been doing laundry every day and just general tidying and folding up clothes, and it's been great. We've somehow figured out a flow with quarantine and we're not going insane. And in fact, I'm using it as an opportunity to slow down and to do so many things that I have neglected over the years because I have such a busy lifestyle. And so much of that is self-imposed. It's the play dates, it's the extracurricular activities, it's always going out and about. We leave the house, we always go and do fun adventures and activities, or we play sports, we go into a playground and meet up with friends, hang out in the sun and go to restaurants. So we'll generally get home quite late, right before bedtime, have to put the kids to bed. And then I realize, the 100 things on my to-do list I didn't get done today because we were out and about. So that is the one silver lining with quarantine, is I don't have any of that other stuff going on. So I'm getting my work done in the beginning part of the day. And then I just have this freedom to do what I want. So I'm now onto book number 2, which is unheard of for me. I can't remember the last time I've read a book. I have these hour-long baths with Poet. And it's just been really nice for our family. And also we feel good about the fact that we're doing our part to keep Australia safe. So I know that we're privileged though in that we're in a bigger place because we have so many kids. I'm sure when we arrived at the airport, they were like, what are we going to do with this family? 4 kids. How many bedrooms is this family going to need? I'm pregnant. I'm sure we've got to be, one of only a handful of families that have flown into Australia looking like this. So they've put us up in a place with 3 bedrooms. And that's really helpful because during the day in their scheduled break from devices, we have an hour of quiet time. So that means I can send the kids to different areas in the apartment and they have to either read or just meditate. Bodhi's really into listening to a meditation app right now. Or he's got chapter books. Isaac's brought a bunch of books with him. Forrest generally plays. He'll play on his own, Magna Tiles. He's so good at playing on his own. It's unbelievable. And then Poet just kind of potters about, and she generally likes to pop her head in and see what everyone's doing, or she'll just be with me and she wants to do activities with me, like doing the washing. And she loves folding things up and putting them away. And we dyed my eyebrows this morning and she had a really fun time dyeing my eyebrows. It was really sweet. So this quarantine has been so much more successful than I expected. I've been eating really healthy. I've been ordering from this place, Cali Press, every day. So I've been having 3 smoothies and a juice every day, and then I make myself 1 large meal for lunch, and that's generally a vegan chili with some vegan cheese. Oh my gosh, this brand called All the Things, which is made in South Australia, I'm completely and utterly addicted to. It's the best vegan cheese I've ever had in my life, and I've tried every single vegan cheese on the market because cheese was my one thing that I was like, oh no, I have to give up cheese. I love a good cheese plate, but All the Things tastes better than the regular cheese that I used to love so much when I was not a vegan. So anyway, they sent us some stuff and I've been devouring it. But generally eating super, super, super clean. I have a sourdough toast in the morning with avocado, and then I'll have my smoothie. This is a green smoothie. I have a cacao smoothie with plant protein later in the day. I have a green juice, my vegan chili, and then at nighttime I'm generally pretty stuffed on smoothies, but there's one last one I generally have at nighttime, which is a turmeric mango cinnamon smoothie, which is delicious. And so we just order Postmates from Cali Press every morning, and we just get our little spread, and Mark gets it as well. So I've been feeling so healthy, and I've really been using quarantine as an opportunity to reconnect with just general wellness and well-being. Slowing down has been the number one thing. I've been loving it so much, but then taking care of my body and nurturing it in the way that I know that I should. So I have big lofty ideas of, what I'm going to be doing as soon as my baby comes, getting back into feeling healthy in my body, eating plentiful, organic, amazing, raw foods. I'm really excited because I've spent a large portion of my life eating that way, and then I've spent a large portion of my life not eating that way. And as a breastfeeding mother and as a pregnant mother, I want to eat whatever. But I've found that in the last few weeks, since I've switched up and kind of subbed out some of the more unhealthy choices for healthier choices, I feel $1 million. I feel completely different, and it's really working for me. And I'm really looking forward to continuing on that path. So it's just mindful eating, I'm calling it. And that's how I've been eating for the past few weeks. I love it. Obviously still completely vegan, and just being a little bit more conscious with the types of choices I'm making with my food, not having the big fried burgers and the fries and the very heavy junk food vegan, because vegans are really awesome in that they can make all the things that we enjoy eating if you're not vegan, like the big hearty pizzas and all those kind of junk foods. Vegans are so good at making them taste amazing, and I get very addicted to vegan junk food. But right now I'm in a place where I'm like, I've had so much of that in my life. I'm shifting into being a lot more healthy with my food choices. So that's been great. I want to talk a little bit about exercise this week. I am a new woman. I've been exercising every single day, an hour a day, and I really, really, really hope, I'm going to commit to continuing that when I go back to Adelaide. And I have an hour a day. I have been doing this wonderful Pilates with this company called Fluid Form Pilates. It's based out of Australia, but they have classes virtually all over the world. And my friend Lara Worthington, shout out to her, she was the one that introduced me to it. And I was like, you know what, I'm going to give it a go. I was working with Emily Sky Fit on her app. She has a very specific prenatal workout, which I love. And I was like, maybe I could do both things. That's exactly what I've been doing. So I do a fluid form in the morning. I start with that. The class is the longest class that they have is 20 minutes. So it really works. But here's the crazy thing is, because you're moving parts of your body that you don't generally move. I mean, the little things like, you know, lifting your leg up and down and pulsing and then swinging it forward and then doing backward circles and then forward circles. It canes. Like, it's really sore, and you've got to use your, like, everything, your willpower, everything that you can to keep pushing through. But the classes might only be 7 minutes, or they might be 12 minutes, or it might be a 19-minute class. And that's what I love about it, is it's so challenging for that tiny period of time that we can all dedicate every day. Everyone can dedicate that much time to working out. And I can already see in a week that my butt seems to be lifting. So now I'm doing a combination. I'll pick a Pilates class, and in fact, they sent me a 21-day program. So I'm on a program, I'll do the class, which will be, you know, 7 to 10 minutes, sometimes 20 minutes for a longer class. And then straight after that, I roll into Emily Sky Fit, who has prenatal specific classes, a lot of squatting, sort of like a lot of this arm work. Ow, I'm really sore, which is great. I love that. I love that feeling. You know, those little circles. There are so many wonderful things that she walks you through as well. So I've been doing them back to back because I was like, I just want to get my workout out of the way in the morning. So I go and do that for an hour. I lock the door, and this is mum's time, and I'm in my bra and my knickers, and I just go for it for an hour. And I sweat, but I also commit to the cool down. I never would do the cool down, and a lot of the time I wouldn't do the warm up. But I've been doing the warm-up with Emily Sky Fit and the cool-down, and just sitting in child's pose at the end of it and reflecting on the workout and how my body's feeling. And I've got to say, I feel so much more in my body, if that makes sense. I feel so much more grounded. I've been working so hard. I don't know who that was. I've been working so hard on just connecting in with my body in the lead up to giving birth. Having a home birth, you know, as I've shared with you guys, it's my first experience, even though I attempted one with my first baby. I really want to see my home birth through and be able to give birth at home, or at the home that I've rented for that period of time. I've picked a place that is near the beach. There's a massive, beautiful bathtub that overlooks the ocean. And when I saw the photo of it, I thought, oh, this is where I want to give birth. I want to give birth in that bath overlooking the ocean. So that is the place that we've picked. We've rented it out for 2 weeks, which is so crazy because I feel like I'm going to be up against the clock. I hope that, and that's the only amount of time we could get as well because it was booked out. So we are out of there when I'm 5 days past my due date. So I am hopeful that this baby comes on the earlier side rather than the later side, but not too early because Mark is taking Isaac back to America on the 28th of July. So he takes him back. He basically turns around. He's going to stay for 1 or 2 days. He turns around, he flies back into hotel quarantine for 2 weeks before being reunited with us. So I'm going to have the 3 kids on my own at like 38 weeks pregnant, like from 37 to 38 and a half weeks pregnant. So that's going to be really intense because A, I'm going to be exhausted. I'll be on my own with the kids. But B, I hope the baby doesn't come that early because Mark is out the day he gets out of quarantine. I will be turning 39 weeks pregnant, and I want him there for the birth. I do not want him to miss out. So it's funny, I keep talking to the baby like, all right, you got to come like just a couple of days before your due date. We're gunning for August 22nd. That's her day. It's the full moon. It makes sense for us. Anyway, we'll see. I'll quickly end by showing you my belly. Here she is in all her glory. 31-week belly. It's no linea nigra this time for some reason. And there she is. Oh, and look at this melasma. Oh my goodness. Can't wait till I can get that all lasered off. All right, guys, sending love. Mwah.